There's now a pattern, though, of women who say that you sexually harass them or you coerce them into sex acts.
It's almost like we are in a warped game of Groundhog Day, the story that repeats itself over and over again. Men in power accused of sexually harassing women.
Tonight, foreign investigator Chris Ramirez reveals that pattern in one New Mexico city. You'll see him take his question directly to the man who stands accused.
Now, a warning, this story contains graphic language.
Sometimes the biggest of problems are uncovered in even the smallest of places.
I was shocked because he made me feel like he was just going to help me because he was a family friend.
In this case, the place, Jal, New Mexico, a town with a population just north of 2,000. And according to this woman and others, the problem, city manager Bob Gallagher.
He wanted nasty photos.
In 2013, Deidre White found herself in jail. Hard times, a drug addiction. White doesn't really make excuses for her incarceration. Nonetheless, when Bob Gallagher offered to help get her out of jail, she accepted it.
My mother reached out to him, and then he reached out to me.
Gallagher and White's mother had been neighbors in Hobbs years ago, but White says almost immediately she realized that help wasn't going to be free.
The day I was released, he sent me a message and said that I owed him and I needed to send him photos.
White's allegations are also detailed in this report prepared by a private investigator. White says for 2 years, Gallagher barraged her with text messages. Hungry for a snack between your legs? Can you help? Can I just tell you how I am lonely and horny in this hotel room and wish you would come see me?
They were always about sex, and if I refused to send him a picture, then he would bring up the fact he got me out of jail. Or if I didn't go see him, and I usually wouldn't, I'd have excuses. I was really sick at the time, and I would always use that as an excuse so I didn't have to see him.
White says when she informed Gallagher that she recently underwent a vaginal surgery, the text thread shows he sent this. While she didn't engage in sex acts with Gallagher, she admits she was afraid if she didn't placate him, he would hold true to his threats.
He said that he got me out of jail and he could easily put me back in there.
We took all this directly to Gallagher after a public meeting. And one of them is in reference to a woman who says that you threatened to put her back in jail if she didn't commit sex acts with you.
I'm not aware of that. And anybody can make an allegation. And I'm sure that it will be.
In this case, Mr. Gallagher, we have text messages.
Which is fine. That's not a problem. When it comes time for it being filed or to be looked at, I understand the self-insurance fund is looking at that as well.
If Deidre White was the only woman with claims like this, that'd be one thing, but she's not. Around that same time frame, a Jal City employee who works under Bob Gallagher came forward with claims of sexual harassment as well.
In a sworn deposition, the city employee alleges that during an out-of-town training session, Gallagher approved the female employee to have her own hotel room. The deposition reads, "There was a message on Facebook Messenger saying that he wanted to go back to my room." The employee stated that Gallagher's messages had this emoji, which that employee took to mean Gallagher wanted oral sex. For that, the Jal City Council disciplined Gallagher with a short suspension and docked his pay. Then, in late November,
911, where's your emergency?
Well, it's at Cattle Barons on 1930 North Grimes.
Okay.
My name's Mary Jane. I'm the assistant manager here. I just had a customer walk out on his ticket.
How much did they walk out on?
$41.07. He handed me his card in the front, said he was tired of effing waiting for his bill to send it to him in the mail, turned around and walked out, and I said, "Sir, well, I can cash you. I'm a manager. I can cash you." Continued to cuss at me and walked out the door.
What did he look like, or do you have a name?
On this card it says Bob Gallagher. He's a tall, older white man.
yes, that manager told dispatch that Gallagher skipped out on his bill, then berated her, behavior they claim to have seen before.
He's been here plenty of times. He's one of our regulars. I know he's gotten into it before with my GM, and then now this incident. I was hesitant on following him out just because I am a female, and he was cussing out me when he walked out the door.
There's now a pattern, though, of women who say that you sexually harass them or you coerce them into sex
Chris,
acts.
let's not. There's no pattern. Okay, the first one was a concern of 5 words that were written in a joke 2 years ago. That's over and done with. And there was no pattern established with that. So there is no pattern. And quite frankly, anybody can jump up and cry whatever they want. They need to have facts to substantiate that. Be happy to take a look at them when the time comes.
And so, do you think that time is now? Because I can show you some of the facts.
No, because the attorneys haven't showed me the facts yet.
Gallagher's future is unclear. Jal's mayor and council are his boss. And this woman alleges that your city manager threatened to put her in jail if she didn't commit sex acts with her. And when I say sex acts, I'm talking about requests for anal sex and things like that. So as the mayor of this city, what's your concern, and had you heard about these allegations before?
I haven't heard anything about them, so I really can't comment because I don't know any details at this point.
Is it concerning, though, that there are now multiple women who are coming forward saying that your city manager is sexually harassing them?
It's very concerning.
And so as the mayor, what are you going to do about it?
No comment at this time.
But why?
Well, I don't get a vote. It's the council that determines whether he's kept or not.
You may not have a vote, but you certainly have a voice as the mayor. And what are you going to use? What are you going to do with that voice?
Well, discuss things with the council, but again, bottom line, it comes down to them making a vote to do something about it.
After that interview with Bob Gallagher and Jal, he sent me some emails, and in those emails, he admits to sending those text messages from his personal cell phone, but he says all that banter about the back door, he says that was nothing more than just a joke. He also adds that as a city manager, he did not have any sort of authority to either get somebody out of jail or put somebody back in. I'm Chris Remedis for Investigates.
Next.